Welcome back to ELH4X4 doing stuff. Today we're working on the 2017 Jeep Wrangler JK. What we're going to be doing is installing the third brake light LED, which goes from 2007 to 2018. So we take the we take the spare tire off, open up the cargo door so we can access the 4 Torx bits located in the back of the third brake light, so we can access the wiring harness. Super easy plug and play. Since this is like a really quick video, what we're going to do is not only do the brake light, but we're also going to do rock lights and LED fog lights. All right. So this is the brake light that I'm talking about, and the wiring harness. So we'll carefully set that off to the side. Why that does not want to clip, I don't know. I think that was it. Nope. There we go. Trying to get it to where the wires are kind of tucked up out of the way. So I'm going to take the wire and loop it behind one of these posts. Oh, there's that. Pull a little bit more slack. Okay, I think that might do it. Yeah. All right, what are you guys looking at? All right, I'm gonna hit the brake light. Let's see what. All right, super easy, super quick. Pretty neat little upgrade. Let's go back to this side. And with the screw, what I like to do, this is for people who don't really know, you screw backwards and you kind of feel the screw drop, and then you can start tightening it. What that's going to do is access the original threads in the plastic, so you're not creating new threads, which will eventually strip the plastic out. Okay. Go. All right, let's hit the brake and see what we're looking at here. All right, let's move on to the fog lights. All right, you got 4 connectors underneath that you pry out. This is what they look like. To take this little protective shield off the front. There you go. Yeah. These fog lights have a little halo, so we gotta get the module hooked up separately from the factory fog lights. Go, there's that and that. Let's see what else is holding this up. Ah, I see. The connector here. And you can see the fog lights right back in there. Go. All right, those are Phillips head. Okay. All right, we'll get those. We'll get you guys set up, and I'll get the Phillips. All right, this is the best angle I can get you. Without being in my way. Okay. All right, I'll meet you back when we get the new ones. I'll at least show you what it looks like when you take it out. How about that? Right? Let me get the new one. Stand by. All right. So, the question now is how do you get the lights out, right? Because they don't fit out the bottom, right? So I think we gotta take this top cover off. All right, so still doesn't come out from up top, doesn't come down from below unless you remove your sway bar. This core support here looks like it is welded. So there's 2 bolts on this fender cover. That allows you to slide this little reveal or whatever out through the side, so it gives you just enough to pull it out a little bit where that thing slides in, right? Say you're able to take it and slide it out. So it looks like the front bumper is going to have to come out. And even before that, this little I don't know, maybe a vacuum pump for the 4-wheel drive, something like that. Of course, that's a super long bolt. What I'm doing here is just I mean, extra work. You don't have to do this. Yeah, I guess you don't have to do this. I'm just doing it so I can get to the fastener. It kind of blocks the fog light. There we go. That might just give us enough to be able to get to it from underneath, perhaps. Yeah, definitely now. Flying blind. Yeah, so that's a complete waste of time anyway, doing it, but I guess that'll make it a little bit easier to get to the hardware for the bumper. There is a wiring harness that needs to disconnect. Yeah. And then 4 bolts. Let's see if I can. 2 on the outside. The bolts in here somewhere. bolts over here are nuts, and then nuts over here. So I'm going to hit those with penetrating oil, let it sit. I thought I could get away with pulling the bumper cover off, but it seems like the bumper cover isn't going to come off unless the bumper is removed. So, all right, so what I did was I loosened it up. That way we don't have to take the wiring harness off. Our lights should just slip right in. Now the question I have is, do I need the extension? Yeah. Yeah, it looks like it. There we go. That clips into the, there's that. All of these lights I wired into a battery, an external battery, and made sure that all the functions worked. All right, let's check out, see if these fog lights work. So like I said, I hooked up all the lights. I hooked the brake light up, these fog lights I hooked up, the rock lights I hooked up. I made sure, because I think this is red, green, blue. I made sure all of the functions worked. So, you know, you kind of do that before you go through everything and hook it up, right? So, all right, let's continue. There is an adjustment for these, and on the factory ones, they were facing towards the bottom. So I guess we'll do that. It's a direct fit. It feels like a direct fit. In the housing. Yeah. So we'll get the 4 screws, we'll get the cellophane taken off, tighten up the bumper. Here's the wiring harness. This gets plugged in to a module that changes the halo. Right here. Battery power, negative, and then there's a app, wireless module for the app, or a QR code for the app through the wireless module. So yeah, let's get that routed. All right, this is where I'm going to drop the wires. And then that way I can kind of run everything over here. All right, something like that. And then I'm able to tuck this wireless module, and I took a picture of the QR so the customer can take a picture of that. If that doesn't work, then they'll be able to have easy access to it under the hood. All right, let's see how that looks underneath. All right, we can already see a wire here. Yeah, and a wire here. So what I can do with that is run it along the original, right? Get some zip ties, and but that should be more than enough to reach. Yeah. Okay. All right. Keep it off the rad hose. Yeah. Yeah. See if I can't get myself more slack, or I don't like the way it's running because it's running over top of a rad hose. So I'll pull it back up and fish it behind. All right, we got everything hooked up. We got it ran down this area behind the rad hose underneath here, and then you can see this. So from this point forward, it's all about wire management. So what I'm going to do now is tie up the loose ends of these lights, get the screws somewhat started, put this thing back together, slide everything all up once I get everything all buttoned up here. So I'll show you the finished product of the wire management. Maybe you guys want to see that. I don't know. All right, so what I'm going to do is get some screws started and the bulbs. I guess I can take the cellophane off. That's one screw. Two screw. have been fun. What are you guys looking at? Not much. Oops. Not cool. I don't know if... Dude, I can't see anything. Okay. Right. So there's really a lot of things that you kind of have to get out of the way, right? Loosening the bumper up was the main thing. I guess it would be easier to remove the bumper and put the fog lights in, right, with the bumper off. So, I mean, that's an option. I'm over here now. Can't really see much.